Okay. So this is verse number 1, which we are going to start. Arjuna vacha evam satha yukta ye bhaktastam prayupasate ye chapi aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittama. So this looks like Prabhupada's favorite chapter because this will talk about personal and impersonal aspect of the Lord. So Arjuna is now going to clarify that doubt. Which is superior, personal or impersonal? Okay, so yes, some devotee can read the translation.
Arjuna said, Who are the Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested?
Hmm. So clear cut question पूछा है question कोई ambiguity नहीं रखा. The one thing which Prabhupada will speak in this purport is that there is no ambiguity in questions of Arjuna and there is no ambiguity in the answers of Arjuna in this chapter. It's perfect, complete. I remember हमारा एक ट्रिपल IT का लड़का था first year and his mother was a Mayavadi and he came to our classes. He learned and he said कि Prabhuji, my mother is hardcore Mayavadi. So I showed him this chapter, chapter number 12, whole chapter. I said, you go and read with your mother this chapter. So next time his mother spoke that Brahman is the highest, he opened chapter number 12 and read with the mother. And mother was so shocked. First time she was seeing some spiritual references where really it is clearly mentioned. So then he was telling me his experience that how now his mother is also begin to appreciate Krishna. He has begun to appreciate. Okay, now let's go to the verse. So Arjuna now have seen the Swamirup. So if you see the previous chapter number 11, he saw the universal form, he saw the Kalarup, he saw the Swamirup, the 200 form of Krishna, and now Krishna is standing next to him. Krishna spoke to him very concisely, 3-4 verses, that you should do my service, mat karmakat, mat parma, to my form, you should, everything. So if you see the last verse of this was Bhaktya Tuanan Shakya, he spoke, and then he spoke Mat Karmakit, Mat Parmo, Mat Bhakta, Sangha Varjita, Naivera, Sarva Bhuteshu, Yasa Mam, Iti Pandava. So a lot of mam had been used. So the first six chapters when Krishna is speaking about the Karma Yoga section mainly, so there's not much use of the word mam. There are references, culminating with the yoginam, papi sarvesham, madgate antaratmana. So they are very specifically Krishna says about himself. But before that verse, there were some references. And in the next six, like from 13 to 18 also, Krishna will not speak much about mam. But in this chapter number 7 to 12, after every shloka, Krishna is telling mam. Therefore, it's a pure devotional service chapters. He's every 2 shlokas he will say mam. So when Arjuna heard so much about mam, he's now a little bit confused about. He has heard about Brahman also. So he said, which one is superior? Just now you showed me a form, and you told this is Sudurdasham. This is the prime form, and you should fix your consciousness on this form. But I've also heard about Brahman. So is it that which of the two is highest? So Prabhupada will explain that doubt of Arjuna. Also, there is a connection from chapter number 9 in regard to this question. In chapter number 9, Krishna spoke about 3 types of worship. He spoke about Ekvattam, then he spoke about there's a verse which says Ekvattena Bahutena Vishwatomukham. Three things he mentioned. Ekvattena Bahutat. Verse number? Prithakwena and Vishwatomukham. He says these 3 things. Krishna spoke this thing. So these are the 3 ways of worship. So Prithakwena is like demigod worship, which Krishna explains in 9th chapter about demigod worship. And Vishwatomukham is just the previous chapter which he speaks. Now Ekatvana was remaining. So Arjuna gets that clue from there also, from the 9th chapter, that you spoke about Ekatvena. about Brahman there, been merging into you. So that also you told about. So that thing is higher, or just now you told about me, your supreme form. Is that the higher? So that doubt Arjuna gets, and he asks this questions. This questions he is going to ask. Okay. So what is evam? Now, thus evam sata yukta hi. Though there are bhajata bhaktas tvam privupasate. So there are bhaktas who worships you with a desire to always with you. Sata yukta hi. So this word Sata Yukta also came in Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita. Sata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. So here also Arjuna is mentioning those words. So which of the two, this bhaktas, those who are doing bhakti, prayupasate, they are worshipping you, and they always desire to be Utsata Yukta. Ye chapi. So this is one category, bhaktas. Ye chapi aksharam avyaktam. So he gives two qualities, which has also been used by Krishna before also. Aksharam avyaktam. तेषाम इनमें से के कौन योग वित्तमः है श्रेष्ठ है। इन दोनों टाइप के वर्शिपर्स में से कौन सा ज्यादा श्रेष्ठ है? योग वित्तमः। Now when it comes to personal, there's a difference, personal form and impersonal form. This is wrong word used. So there's a personal form, that is correct, but you cannot say impersonal form, because impersonal does not have a form. So what we say, what the difference is, those who worship the personal aspect of absolute truth, and those who worship the impersonal aspect of the absolute truth. So among them, who are the highest? That is the question. Yoga Vittamaha. Now, when it comes to comparison, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has explained this. When it comes to comparison, the word used is tar. Yoga Vittar should be used. But here Arjuna uses Yoga Vittama, which is superlative degree, according to grammatical rules. So when there is a comparison between two, the general terms is Yoga Vittaraha. इनमें से कौन better है? But here Arjuna is using Yoga Vittamaha. So among the knowers of the absolute truth, those who are worshipping these two aspects, which of the two is the best one to follow? Which was the best one to follow? So that is what he is using, Yoga Vittamaha. Okay, so Prabhupada is using the same thing, which is considered to be more perfect. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling, you have just described that how devotees love this form of yours. So this is the great or the unmanifested Brahman. Now, before we start reading the purport and the commentaries, one more important thing which is very important over here. Srila Ramanujacharya and Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan has also given another aspect to this question. So sometimes in commentaries and in purport of Srila Prabhupada, the things are mixed. So sometimes he is referring to Brahman, and other time it is also referring to Atma. So here, when the word Aksharam and Avyaktam is used, the same words were also used by Krishna in the second chapter for Atma, Brahman. Brahman can also mean the individual Atma. So how does this question comes about? So Sri Ramanujacharya, he forms this question as a different way. He says, which is better, to meditate on your personal form like your devotees do, or to meditate on personal Atma? So Atma Darshan or Bhagavad Darshan, which of the two is better? Like this question is formed by Srila Ramanujacharya. So why he forms this question? So there are two reasons for it, for forming this question he gives. So first is the word Aksharam and Avyaktam is also used for Atma. Second, from the chapter number 1 to 6, Krishna is explaining those concepts more in the form of that be detached from the body. You are not this body, you are soul. Therefore, act on soul platform. That is the more teachings which Krishna is giving from from chapter number 1 to chapter number 6. He is explaining that how to act on Brahman platform. When you do your activities, don't be attached to the results of the work. Act on your Atma platform. You are not this body, you are soul. So Atma Darshan is the main theme of verse number 1 to 6, and based on that Atma Darshan, you perform your thing, Karma Yoga. That is what is Karma Yoga. That you are not this body, you are soul on soul platform. But from verse number 7 till now 12, he is explaining Bhagavad Darshan. That you worship me. You focus your attention on me. So verse chapter number 1 to 6, it says that by worshipping, by meditating on oneself, then you go to the worship of super soul. From soul, you go to the super soul. By knowing that you are Atma, you are different from the body, then you go to Paramatma. Worship of Paramatma. The Atma is a part and parcel of Supreme. So by this, you go to that worship. That is what is the theme. But from chapter number 7 onwards now, the focus has been more on Bhagavad Darshan. That first you focus on me. You do meditate on me, my form, my qualities. All that focus has come. So now Arjuna wants to clarify in the end of this Bhagavad devotional service chapter is going to end now. He's telling, you talked about Atma Darshan, but now you are talking about Bhagavad Darshan. And then everything else will happen automatically. So which of the two is better? So that's how the question is formed by Srila Ramajacharya. So in the purports and in the commentaries, sometimes that aspect has also been mentioned. That frame of the question, from that angle, the answers has been mentioned. Clear these two aspects. The first aspect is, which Prabhupada is taking from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, is between personal aspect of the Lord and the impersonal aspect of the Lord. The comparison between both. And Prabhupada will mainly talk about this. But somewhere, some places, there will be a touch for second part of the second aspect of the question as well, between Bhagavad Darshan and Atma Darshan. Okay, clear with that? So we'll move forward now. Okay. So let's go to the purport, Srila Prabhupada's purport. So Prabhupada talks about there's a personalist devotee and the impersonalist devotee, impersonalist and the personalist. So impersonalist in meditation on the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested. Okay, so and personalist devotee engage himself in all ends in the service of the Supreme Lord. So what is the content of this chapter? We find this chapter that of the different process for realization of the absolute truth, Bhakti Yoga or devotional service is the highest. That is mentioned. And Prabhupada in the beginning only from all the purports, although Prabhupada from chapter 1 only he is speaking about Bhakti Yoga. But here specifically now he gets a chance to speak more on Bhakti Yoga. So he says this thing. Just wait a minute. Okay. So he's telling that Bhakti Yoga is highest of all, is most direct and the easiest. So these three aspects he tells about Bhakti Yoga. And then Prabhupada says that the living entity is not this material body, but a spiritual spark and is a part of the spiritual whole. Therefore, he is recommended that he transfer his attention fully to the whole. So this is from that aspect, Atma Darshan. Atma Darshan, he is a part of the Lord, but he is supposed to transfer his whole attention to Bhagavad Darshan. That is what Prabhupada is telling. And Prabhupada is explaining that practically we see in end of every chapter, Krishna is finally coming to the conclusion of getting attached to his personal form. So in practically every chapter, the conclusion has been that one should be attached to the personal form of Krishna, for that is the highest spiritual realization. And he talks about from starting only, he's telling that this meditation of Brahma Jyoti is very, very difficult. They prefer to meditate on the impersonal form of the absolute truth, which is beyond the reach of the senses and is not manifest. So विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर तो उड़ा देते हैं इसको, उड़ा देते हैं, इतना मजाक करते हैं, इतना मजाक करते हैं विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर। बोलते तुम उस चीज पे मेडिटेट करने के लिए बोलते हो जिसका कोई मैनिफेस्टेशन ही नहीं है, तो तुम मेडिटेट कर किस पे रहे हो? और तुम उसको डिस्क्राइब करने जा रहे हो जिसको तुम लोग निर्गुण बोलते हो, जिसको कोई एक्सपेक्ट ही नहीं है, उसको तुम डिस्क्राइब कौन से वर्ड से करोगे? जिसको लिए आप बोल रहे हो कि उसको डिस्क्राइब नहीं किया जा सकता, तो उसको क्यों डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हो? मतलब मजाक में उड़ा देते हैं उसको विश्वनाथ जी ठाकुर। बोले ऐसे कोई वर्ड्स नहीं है जो उसको डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं, तो क्यों डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हो जब उसको डिस्क्राइब किया ही नहीं जा सकता? And this is thought process of Arjuna, which Prabhupada is making out over here. So factually, there are two classes of translation, and now Arjuna is trying to settle the question of which process is easier and which of the classes is most perfect. In other words, he's clarifying his own position because he's attached to the personal form of Krishna. So this is next aspect of this question, which Prabhupada is giving. He is not attached to the impersonal Brahman. He wants to know whether his position is secure. The impersonal manifestation, either in this material world or in the spiritual world of the Supreme Lord, is a problem for meditation. Actually, one cannot perfectly conceive of the impersonal feature of the absolute truth. आप उसको perceive भी नहीं कर सकते. Meditate और worship करने का तो बात ही छोड़ दो. आप perceive ही नहीं कर सकते. है क्या वो? जैसे ही आपने कुछ बोला, वो लाइट है, तो उसका एक फीचर हो गया ना, उसका एक क्वालिटी हो गया वो. तो फिर वो कैसे हो गया? इम्पर्सनल का तो आपने बोला कोई क्वालिटी नहीं होता है, तो उसका तो एक क्वालिटी हो गया. वैसे ही माधवाचार्य बोलते थे, द डिजायर टू बिकम डिजायरलेस इज ऑल्सो अ डिजायर. द डिजायर टू बिकम अ डिजायरलेस इज ऑल्सो अ डिजायर. लेकिन आप बोलते हो आपको डिजायरलेस बनना है, लेकिन ये भी एक डिजायर है. तो वो तो सच रविश फिलोसफी, कृष्णाजी ठाकुर बोलते हैं. Actually, one cannot perfectly conceive of the impersonal feature of the absolute truth. Therefore, Arjuna wants to say, what is the use of such a waste of time? Simply waste of time. एक तो पता नहीं है किस पे कर रहे हैं, उसका पूरा टाइम दे रहे हैं. तो प्रपात उस पे आएंगे, बहुत सारे पर्वर्ट्स में प्रपात उसको धोएंगे अभी. Arjuna experienced in the 11th chapter that to be attached to the personal form of Krishna is best, because he could thus understand all other forms at the same time, and there was no disturbance to his love for Krishna. So this is coming from the 11th chapter, connection. Okay. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he is telling in the 12th chapter, the superiority of all types of devotees to Gyanis is described. And among the devotees who are adorned with the wonderful qualities like lack of hatred are praised. So Krishna will be in the second phase. So there are 3 sections to this chapter. So there are 3 sections. First section is talking about the difference, who is the highest, the personal aspect or the impersonal aspect of the Lord. Second will be the various levels of one's doing bhakti. When those who are personalist, various levels of their doing bhakti. This is the second part of this chapter. And third part is what are the qualities which endears one to Krishna. Krishna loved those qualities in devotees. And so this will be the third part of this chapter. Okay. Arjuna heard the great superiority of bhakti at the beginning of the topic of bhakti in the following verse. Yoginam api sarvesham. So there also he talks about this. Okay. So here the Yoga Vittama and Yoga Vittara word was described, which I told you. Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan is also mentioning, among all the process, pure bhakti having the greatest power enables one quickly to attain the Lord. That's the content of this chapter. That how bhakti is the highest. Okay, so now Krishna is going to give the answer. So verses number 2 to 7, which we'll try to cover today, which I don't think we'll be able to cover. Personalness versus impersonalness and superiority of Krishna Bhakti. So this is the first section, 2 to 7, which Krishna is going to speak. Verse number 2. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Vesha Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Prayopetas Te Me Yukta Tamah Mataha. So very nice shloka. Yes, read the translation.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect."
No ambiguity. Krishna ne direct bola. Okay. Now let's see the word-to-word meaning. Maya Aveshya. मई आवेश मतलब जिसका मन उसका मन मेरे में लगा है. तो ये मन को लगाना बहुत जरूरी है. मत चित्ता मत गत प्राणा, वहीं से स्टार्ट हो गया मन. सो मई आवेश मनो ये माम, उसका मन मेरे में लगा है. नित्य युक्त उपासते. So see, Krishna is using the same words which were used by Arjuna. To tell this is, I am going to tell about the first person which you have asked. So Krishna does not want to leave any ambiguity कि मैं किसके बारे में बोल रहा हूँ. नहीं, आपने वर्ड यूज किया था नित्य युक्ता उपासते, जो मेरी उपासना करते हैं नित्य रूप से और मेरे साथ रहना चाहते हैं. Arjuna used that word, नित्य युक्ता उपासते. Krishna is using the same word here. मई आवेश मनो ये अमाम. ये जो भक्त लोग हैं जिनका मन मेरे में लगा हुआ है, नित्य युक्ता उपासते, उनके बारे में मैं बोल रहा हूँ, जिनके बारे में तुमने पूछा था, फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ योर क्वेश्चन. श्रद्धया प्रयुपेतस्. They are worshipping me with Shraddha, which is transcendental. They are worshipping me with a transcendental faith. Te me yukta tamah mataha. आपने तमह युक्त तमह पूछा था, विद तमह, तरह नहीं लगाया था आपने, तमह पूछा था, बेस्ट पूछा था। मैं भी उसी टर्म्स में रिप्लाई कर रहा हूँ। ते में वो जो लोग हैं युक्त तमह मता, जो भक्ति शास्त्री कर रहे हैं, युक्त तमह मता, वो सब हैं, वो सब युक्त तमह बेस्ट हैं वो सब। हम्म। So Lord said, I consider those who worship me, desiring to associate with me constantly, absorbing their minds in me, don't faith beyond the gunas, be the best knowers of the yoga. They are the one who knows the yogas best. And Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan is telling, they are the one to be the quickest attainers of me. And so, Satata Yukta Nam, the word used here is Yukta Tamam, very quickly, Nitya Yukta, they will very quickly attain me. Okay, so the purport of Srila Prabhupada is very, very amazing of what Prabhupada expect from his devotees. In answer to Arjuna's question, Krishna clearly says that he who concentrate upon his personal form and who worship him with faith and devotion is to be considered most perfect in view. For one in such Krishna conscious, there are no material activities because everything is done for Krishna. A devotee is constantly engaged. Sometimes he chants, sometimes he hears or read books about Krishna, and sometimes he cooks prasadam or goes to the marketplace to purchase something for Krishna, or sometimes he washes the temples or the dishes. Whatever he does not let even a single moment pass without devoting his activities to Krishna. Such action is in full samadhi. So Prabhupada is giving the highest standard of a devotee, that he does not let a single moment pass without devoting his activities to Krishna. So we find this example of gopis. Yeah. He does not let a single moment pass without devoting his activity to Krishna. A devotee is 24-hour engaged, consciousness absorbed in Krishna. Example, gopis. So gopis, they were doing their household activities, but their mind was absorbed in Krishna. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling, among them my devotees are the best because they absorb, those who absorb their minds in me, that is Shyam Sundar form. So if you see Prabhupada translation, Prabhupada says a specific word. Okay, this I forgot to mention. Those who fix their mind on my personal form. But in the shloka, there is no mention like that. Very clearly about his personal form, but Prabhupada adds that. Mai Avesha. This word is used, Mai is used, that on me. But Prabhupada, to make sure that Prabhupada bolte na, some people say, inside me there is something. And you should focus on something inside me. Not inside me, nothing like that. On my personal form. So this is coming from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He says that on my personal form of Shyama Sundar, those who desire to be constantly united in me, Nitya Yukta, with faith which is beyond gunas, Praya Shraddha, they, my Ananya Bhaktas, are the best knowers of yoga. So they are known as Ananya Bhaktas. So he explains about faith. The faith in my devotional service is purely transcendental. This is a transcendental faith which is there. Bhakti is better than jnana, and among the types of bhakti, Ananya Bhakti is the best. So there are bhakti mixed with jnana, there are bhakti mixed with karma. Among those types of bhakti also, Ananya Bhakti is the best. That's what Krishna is telling over here. Okay. So now he is going to tell about the second category. The first category he has already told. Now he is going to tell about the second category. ये तो अक्षरम अनिर्देश्यम अव्यक्तम प्रियुपासते सर्वत्र गम अचिन्त्यम च कुतस्तम अचलम ध्रुवम सन्नियमिन्द्रिया ग्रामम सर्वत्र समबुद्धया ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव समाभूता हि ते रतः. So you see, Krishna is again using the words which was used by Arjuna. ये तो अक्षरम अनिर्देश्यम अव्यक्तम प्रयुपासते, जो अक्षरम अव्यक्तम की वर्शिप करते हैं. And then Krishna gives some more qualities of that. What Arjuna spoke, he is giving some more qualities. Anirdishyam, sarvatagam, achintyam, kutastam, achalam, dhruvam, sannindriyam, gramam, sarvatra, samabuddhya. Okay, read the translation.
But those who fully worship the unmanifested that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth. By controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such persons engaged in the welfare of all at last achieve me.
So the word used here is ये प्राप्नुवन्ति माम एव. सो कृष्णा डायरेक्टली उसको धो नहीं रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा कंसेशन देके धो रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट वर्सेस में धोएंगे, लेकिन कहना ठीक है वो भी मेरे पास पहुंचेंगे. माम एवा, सर्टेनली दे विल रीच मी. ते प्राप्नुवन्ता माम एवा, दे विल सर्टेनली रीच मी, बट it will take lot of time. So what are the qualities which is mentioning? So कृष्णा क्वालिटीज भी जो बता रहे हैं वो सुन के ही लगता है भैया इसको कैसे तुम वर्शिप करोगे. अक्षरम which is beyond the person of senses. अब देखो सेंसेस के पास, सेंसेस जो है हमारे, वो किसी सेंस ऑब्जेक्ट को परसीव करने के लिए बने हुए हैं. जैसे आईज है वो फॉर्म को, ईयर्स हैं वो साउंड को हैं, और जो टंग है वो टेस्ट को, स्किन है वो स्पर्श को. तो ये सब किसी सेंस ऑब्जेक्ट को परसीव करने के लिए बने हैं. अब आप बोल रहे हो वो बियॉन्ड द सेंसेस है, तो करेगा किसको परसीव? अनिर्देश्यम, इनडेफिनाइट, उसको आप व्याख्यान भी नहीं कर सकते उसका. इनडेफिनाइट. अव्यक्तम, अनमैनिफेस्टेड, अनमैनिफेस्टेड को आपको अपने माइंड में मैनिफेस्ट कराना है. ओह, वेरी टफ. देन सर्वत्रगम, ऑल परवेडिंग, हर जगह. अचिंत्यम, इनकंसीवेबल, पता ही नहीं कर सकते वो क्या है. कुतस्थम, अनचेंजिंग. अचलम, इनमूवेबल. ध्रुवम. सो क्या है ये ब्रह्म, जिसको आप कुछ, इतनी सारी उसकी यूनिक क्वालिटीज है, क्वालिटीज ऑफ ब्रह्म. So these are the qualities of also Parabrahma and also of individual soul, and therefore we find that question that it also talks about sometimes about Atma, Atmadarshan. Okay, so Prabhupada says a very nice thing. What's the problem with this type? Those who do not directly worship the Supreme Lord Krishna, but who attempt to achieve the same goal by an indirect process, also ultimately achieve the same goal, Shri Krishna. But after many, many births, the man of wisdom seeks refuge in me, knowing that Vasudeva is all. So what is the problem with this method? Time. So this is the first problem. There will be many other problems Prabhupada is going to tell in different purports. So one of the problem is time. But for the common man, this method of impersonalization is very difficult. So Prabhupada will speak about this also. Those who worship my impersonal Swarupa known as Brahman are inferior because of their state of suffering. So what is the state of suffering? That's next shloka. Krishna is going to tell. Okay, now let's go to the next one. So Baldev Vidyabhushan is mentioning this thing in this shloka only. This is the same shloka. Those who do not worship me while attempting realization of their Atma will also attain me, but with great suffering and after a long time. They are inferior to the devotees. Those who first only worship their own Atma, Aksharam, undergo a great deal of suffering. The ideas present in this verse, in verse 3, are connected with the conclusion in verse 5. So now he is going to speak about this Aksharam, about the problem with this form. So this is a very important shloka. So Prabhupada in this shloka gives 12 disadvantages of worshipping Brahman. Only 12. Only 12 disadvantages of worshipping Brahman. Okay, let's see. क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ताहित गति दुःखं देहवाप्तिरवाप्यते. Okay, read translation.
For those whose minds are attracted to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied.
So Prabhupada definitely क्लेशो अधिकतरः, बहुत मुश्किल है इस बात का. क्लेशो अधिकतरः, very difficult. तो अभी जो कृष्णा बता रहे हैं, अव्यक्त आसक्त चेतसाम, जो अव्यक्त में अपनी चेतना को लगाने जा रहा है, बहुत टफ है. अव्यक्त ही गतिर दुखम, उसके एक तो प्रोसेस में भी दुख है. बहुत अव्यक्ता में लगाना बहुत टफ है उसका माइंड. प्रोग्रेस में भी बहुत टफ है, उस लाइन में प्रोग्रेस करना वो भी दुखों से भरा हुआ है। सो प्रभात बता रहे हैं इस ब्राह्मण में एक तो कंसेप्शलाइजेशन टफ है, प्रोसेस टफ है, प्रोग्रेस करना टफ है, रिजल्ट में भी अनसर्टेनिटी है, फाइनल गोल भी टफ है, हर चीज में टफ है वो। दुखम देह और कंडीशन स्टेज में भी टफ है। देह वावदे बाय द एम्बॉयडेड, जो अभी सोल फंसा हुआ इस बॉडी में, उसके लिए तो और टफ है ये प्रोसेस। ओके, सो लेट्स गो टू द पर्पट। Now, see, the group of translators follow the path of inconceivable, unmanifested, impersonal features of Supreme Lord are called Gyan Yogis, and person who are in full Krishna consciousness engaged in devotional service are called Bhakti Yogis. Now, here the difference between the Gyan Yogi and Bhakti is definitely expressed. प्रभात बोले यहाँ पर क्लियर कट भगवान ने बता दिया, भैया कौन सा प्रोसेस तुमको फॉलो करना है, देख लो, इस प्रोसेस में बहुत टफ है। The process of Gyan Yoga, although ultimately bringing one to the same goal, is very troublesome. Whereas the part of Bhakti Yoga, the process of being in direct service to the Supreme Person Godhead, is easier and is natural for the embodied soul. तो पहला why troublesome, अब यहाँ से मैंने मार्क किया है प्रभात के पर्पट में 12, जो प्रभात जी 12 चीज बताते हैं, एक 13वां बताएंगे नेक्स्ट श्लोका में। The individual soul is embodied since time immemorial. It is very difficult for him to simply theoretically understand that he is not the body. So in conditioned stage, we are conditioned to see a form because we have a form, because the soul has a form. So mind can only think of those things which you have a previous experience. So it is not possible for an embodied body to meditate on something which has no form. It is unnatural for him. And therefore we find that impersonalists भी वो बोलते हैं कि आप एक फॉर्म को ले लीजिए, उसको वर्शिप करिए, उसका जब आप रियलाइज कर जाएंगे कि आप ब्रह्मन है तो इस फॉर्म की जरूरत नहीं है। तो उनको भी फॉर्म लेने की जरूरत पड़ती है मेडिटेशन के लिए। तो आपने सुना होगा पंचोपासना के बारे में। पंचोपासना दे डू सो वेयर दे वर्शिप सूर्य, गणेश, शिवा, दुर्गा एंड विष्णु। करेक्ट? कोई और है क्या? आई थिंक यही 5 है पंचोपासना। So that's how they do. So their philosophy is you worship any form. It does not matter which form you worship, but any form you worship, and then one day you realize that this form is useless. Nothing is there. So this is the first thing for the embodied, which is there over here. To theoretically accept all these things, very difficult. And therefore, Prabhupada talks about that the devotees are in better situation because they meditate on the deity form of the Lord, which is easy because Lord has come, absolute nature. So Prabhupada talks about the absolute nature of deity, that is the Supreme Lord himself, Archa Vigraha. He talks about that. He gives the example of the mailbox also, that devotees are in fortunate position to meditate on a form which is ministered, is an incarnation of the Lord. Lord comes in that form. The second difficulty. So how do they know about the unmanifested? They have to study the Vedic lectures such as Upanishad, and they have to learn the language for it. And Upanishad, like Isha Upanishad is there. So it talks Isha Upanishad, it talks about Isha. Isha means the Supreme Lord. So throughout Isha Upanishad, there is no mention of the name of Isha. So indirect meaning, so hidden that one cannot come to any conclusion. तो आप पढ़े जा रहे हो उपनिषद को, उसको जानने के लिए जो अनमैनिफेस्टेड है। अब उसके बारे में बोला जाता है कि उसके बारे में लिखा नहीं जा सकता, लेकिन आपने लिख दिया उसके बारे में। अब इतना कंफ्यूजन से लिखा है कि वो मीनिंग कोई समझ नहीं पा रहा है उसको, कंक्लूजन पे पहुंचे तो क्या पहुंचे। सो दिस वन एग्जांपल इज गिवन कि ईश उपनिषद में उस ईश का नाम ही नहीं डिनोट कैसे किया है। वो जो बहुत है, दौड़ सकता है, जिसके पैर नहीं है वो लेकिन बहुत तेज दौड़ता है, वो कौन वो भाई। सो दैट इज लैंग्वेज ऑफ उपनिषद। सो सेकेंड इज, अगर किसी को इसका वर्शिप करना है तो उसको उपनिषद पढ़ना है, उसका लैंग्वेज पढ़ना है, और वो लैंग्वेज को समझना उसके बुद्धि की बात नहीं है, बहुत मुश्किल है। थर्ड दिक्कत, अंडरस्टैंड द नॉन परसेप्चुअल फीलिंग्स एंड रियलाइज ऑल दिस प्रोसेस। ये नॉन परसेप्चुअल फीलिंग्स को समझना है, वो बहुत ही टफ है। नॉन परसेप्चुअल, परसेप्चुअल मतलब क्या होता है पता है किसी को? नॉन परसेप्चुअल मतलब क्या होता है? प्रभुपाद ने वर्ड यूज किया है, नॉन परसेप्चुअल फीलिंग्स।
only जो सेंसेस के परसेप्शन के बियॉन्ड है।
हाँ, वो परसेप्शन में नहीं है, सेंसेस के नॉन परसेप्शन है, उस वाली फीलिंग को आपको फील करना है। अमेजिंग, क्या बताते हैं ना। जो नॉन परसेप्शन है उसकी फीलिंग्स को फील करना है आप। सो वी आर लिविंग बीइंग्स, वी हैव फीलिंग्स, ट्राई टू रियलाइज समथिंग विच हैज नो फीलिंग्स इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, क्योंकि वो बोलते हैं उसमें फीलिंग नहीं है, ब्रह्मन मतलब नो फीलिंग्स। तो हम जो फीलिंग्स वाले हैं उनको फील करना है, उसको जिसके पास कोई फीलिंग नहीं है। सो वी हैव टू कट डाउन ऑफ फीलिंग्स। इसलिए देखो वो बहुत ऑस्टेरिटी करते हैं जिससे कि अपनी फीलिंग्स को कट डाउन कर सकें। मुझे लस्ट आ रहा है, ठीक है ये करेंगे, मुझे गुलाब जामुन खाने का मन कर रहा है, ये करेंगे। So they are cutting down their feelings and emotions, and because of this the process becomes very dry, very austere, very troublesome, and the person become dry। और कुछ दिन बाद उसका छोड़ो, इसको जाता हूँ मैं सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन करता हूँ। So when a person becomes frustrated, जैसे कभी कभी होता है कि निर्जल एकादशी किया, कुछ खाने को नहीं मिला है, अगले दिन हम भर पेट खाते हैं, दबा के खा लेते हैं, निर्जला के बाद दम दबा के हम खा लेते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि एक दिन पूरा एकदम ऑस्टेरिटी किया है ना, जो बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लगता है उनको। तो वैसे ही इनके लिए इतना ड्राई रेनन्सिएशन करना, वो कट डाउन करना फीलिंग्स को, वो कभी कभी इतना स्ट्रांग हो जाता है, दे बिकम वेरी एंग्री। और फिर वो उस एंगर में वो वापस सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन के लिए चले जाते हैं, और दे ट्राई टू हार्म अदर्स ऑल्सो, कि वो कैसे मजा कर रहा है। हमें याद है, हम कुंभ मेले में एक नागा बाबा से मिले थे। हम गए उनसे पूछने, नागा बाबा जी आपको कैसा लग रहा है? वो नागा ऐसा गुस्साया, तलवार लेके हमारे पीछे दौड़ा और हम भागे। मेरे साथ प्रशांतपुर थे हमारे, तो somehow we just ran। So this is third problem। First, that is not very easy for a common man। कॉमन मैन के लिए तो बस की बात नहीं है वो, it's not possible। Then Prabhupada is giving alternative कि कृष्ण कॉन्शियस पर्सन के लिए, जो कि गाइडेंस में काम कर रहा है, डीटीज का वर्शिप करता है, भगवान के बारे में कथा सुनता है, भगवान का प्रसाद खाता है, और ऐसे भगवान को इजिली रियलाइज कर लेता है, केवल आनंद कंदा प्रोसेस। तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु हैज गिवन अस अ केवल आनंद कंदा प्रोसेस। बट कलयुग का स्थिति ऐसा है कि ये प्रोसेस भी लोग एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर, बताओ। ओके, सो दिस वाज द फोर्थ वन। फिफ्थ वन, there is no doubt that the impulses are unnecessarily taking a troublesome form with the risk of not realizing the absolute truth at the ultimate end। तो आप कर रहे हो, लेकिन आपको एंड में जाके पता चला कुछ नहीं है, ब्रह्मन में तो कुछ नहीं। तो मिला क्या तुमको इतना करने के बाद? with the risk of not realizing the absolute truth at the ultimate end। थोड़ा सा कुछ आपके इधर उधर हुआ, गए आपका पास से, आप फॉल डाउन हो जाएगा आपको। But the personalist without any risk, trouble or difficulty approach the supreme personality directly। लेकिन पर्सनलिस्ट से कोई भी डिफिकल्टी नहीं होता, रिस्क कोई नहीं होता है। Then the sixth difficulty with the Brahman process, but instead take the trouble to understand what is Brahman and what is not Brahman and spend his whole life in that way। पूरी लाइफ वो नैती नैती प्रोसेस करता रहता है, ये ब्राह्मण ये नहीं है, ये ब्राह्मण ये नहीं है, ये है नहीं है, ये नहीं है, ब्राह्मण ब्राह्मण है नहीं है, ब्राह्मण है नहीं है। whole life is very troublesome process। इसको करूँ ना करूँ, करूँ ना करूँ, the result is simply troublesome। so that is a sixth aspect। Next aspect, one should not take up this troublesome path of self because there is uncertainty in the ultimate result। अब वो सही में फॉर्मलेस है नहीं है, एग्जिस्ट करता है या नहीं, अनसर्टेनिटी, आप उसको परसीव ही नहीं कर पा रहे, तो रिजल्ट को क्या परसीव करोगे? यू आर नॉट एबल टू परसीव एनीथिंग। सो व्हाट इज द अल्टीमेट रिजल्ट टू परसीव? मिला क्या आपको? So this is another thing, seventh thing which Prabhupada is telling, there is uncertainty in the ultimate result। Then 8, the blissful portion is not realized। So we as a jiva, we are blissful, we want to be happy, that's one of the characteristic। So in this the process itself is not blissful, and the blissful aspect, even when gets the Brahman, it's a peace platform, it's a Sat Chit platform। Brahman is Sat and Chit platform, it's a peaceful platform, eternal platform, and knowledgeable platform, but the blissful person is not realized। Next, ninth disadvantage, so if somebody has practiced Brahman and then he comes to devotion line, understanding there is nothing getting over there. At that time, long practice in impersonalism also becomes a source of trouble because he cannot give up that idea. तो कोई अगर वो impersonalist को छोड़ के personalist बन भी जाता है फ्यूचर में, तो impersonalist उसको वापस वो जो उसने सुना है मायावाद से इतना कुछ, वो उसके लिए दिक्कत होता रहता है. So very difficult to give up those ideas. Therefore, an embodied soul is always in difficulty with the unmanifest, both at the time of practice and at the time of realization. तो प्रैक्टिस में भी उसको डिफिकल्टी है और रियलाइजेशन में भी उसको डिफिकल्टी है. Every living soul is partially independent, and one should know for certain that this unmanifest realization is against the nature of spiritual blissful self. So when merging into Brahman is against his nature of service. That is, therefore, it's called spiritual suicide. He is spiritually committing suicide. He loses his independence. One should not take up this process. Prabhupada is telling one. It's against his nature. This is the 10th. Then 11th one is no active engagement for the senses. The senses want engagement. They are craving from engagement. लेकिन जब आप artificially senses को restrain करने की कोशिश करते हो, तो senses क्या है? बहुत hungry हैं. तो वो क्या करते हैं? वो explode कर जाते हैं कभी-कभी. Then 12th, if one wants to ignore this devotional service, there is a danger of turning to atheism. This is a 12th disadvantage Prabhupada is telling. He may turn to atheism. नहीं करना मुझे कुछ. इतना tough होता है क्या? ये सब करवाते हैं क्या? नहीं करना. And then he loses faith from this transcendental process also. He turns to atheism. This is 12th one. 13 is spiritual suicide, loses his individuality, which is not possible. And 14th is difficult to establish relationship. There is no relationship established between Brahman and this Brahmanization platform and yourself. There is no relationship there. These are the 14 things which Prabhupada is talking about. Why this Brahmanization is very, very tough. This verse discuss a little of the inferior position. विश्वनाथ जी के ठाकुर तो और कर देते हैं, बोले little बता रहा हूँ मैं, little. Because by what means at all can something without qualities be manifest? तो यहाँ पे मैं बता रहा था, विश्वनाथ जी के ठाकुर मजाक कर देते हैं कि आप बताओ कैसे जिसके क्वालिटी नहीं है उसको आप मैनिफेस्ट करना चाहते हो. The senses have the power for particular knowledge such as sound, not for something which does not possess particular qualities. तो senses तो किसी particular knowledge या किसी particular sense objects से knowledge देंगे. आप बोल रहे हो कि उस पे meditate करो जिसके पास कोई qualities नहीं है, कैसे वो senses perceive करेंगे? And then he says इस process के लिए जरूरी है कि आपको senses को control करना है. Stopping of the senses is necessary for those who desire knowledge of the impersonal without particular qualities. But stopping the senses is like stopping rivers. Stopping the senses is very, very difficult. Senses को artificially restrain करना बहुत tough है. जो कि आपके प्रोसेस का मेन पार्ट है. सबसे पहले चीज क्या करते हैं वो लोग? संन्यास दिलवाते हैं. फर्स्ट टेक संन्यास, देन यू कैन डू एनी अदर थिंग. वो सेंसेस को आर्टिफिशियली कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश करते हैं, which is not very easy. It's like stopping rivers. So Srila Vishwanath Ji Thakur is quoting 2 shlokas from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yatapad pankaj palas vilas bhaktya karmashayam gaitam udraga tagayanti santa tadvan narikta matayo yatto piruddha soto ganastamaranam bhajavasudevam. The devotees who are always engaged in the service of the toes of the lotus feet of the Lord can very easily overcome hard-knotted desire for fruitive activities. Because this is very difficult, the non-devotees, the jnanis and yogi, although trying to stop the waves of sense gratification, cannot do so. Therefore, you are advised to engage in the devotional service of Krishna, the son of Vasudeva. So the waves of sense gratification are very, very strong. To stop it is very tough. And then he is mentioning the next verse. The ocean of nescience is very difficult to cross because it is infested with many dangerous sharks. Although those who are non-devotees undergo severe austere penances to cross that ocean, we recommend that you simply take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are like the boats for crossing the ocean. Furthermore, even the goal of impersonal Brahman, which is attained by such suffering, is attained only by having a mixture of bhakti. Without bhakti to the Lord, the worshippers of impersonal Brahman obtain only suffering and not Brahman. So where is the mixture of bhakti? They worship the form of Lord Vishnu also in Panchopasana. They worship the Lord of Vishnu. So that's a mixture of bhakti. So even for this Brahman also you require a tinge of bhakti. And then Srila Vishwanath Thakur says it's like beating an empty husk. worshipping Brahman is like beating an empty husk. So Baldev Vidyabhushan is transforming it into a question. Arjuna is asking question कि अरे अगर ब्राह्मण लोग भी आपको अल्टीमेटली पा लेंगे तो डिवोटीज कैसे सुपीरियर हुए, जो आपने पहले श्लोका बोला. And then Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan is also telling the same things. Even though the former category of person devotees also endure difficulty in withdrawing the senses from objects other than me and engaging the various angas of bhakti, because of the appearance of my blissful form, they do not experience the same suffering. तो कोई पूछ सकता है क्या भक्तों को दिक्कत नहीं होती क्या सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन से? नहीं होती है उनको, लेकिन क्योंकि मेरे ब्लिसफुल फॉर्म को वो देखते हैं, उनको सेम सफरिंग नहीं होती. They have my blissful form to meditate, to seek shelter. Why has this great suffering, which is difficult to remove, come about? The mind's concentration on the invisible Atma becomes difficult for those who think that they are bodies. How can those residing in bodies for so long have been thinking that they are bodies cultivate thoughts of being a small conscious particle, which was for such a long time rejected? तो वो कैसे ब्रह्मन पे मेडिटेट कर सकते हैं जबकि वो इतने समय से देहधारी हैं? They are thinking I am this body. Okay. So a lot of commentaries have been given by Baldev Vidyabhushan in this regard. Since the Shrutis testify that the form of Supreme Brahman, full of knowledge and bliss, is Krishna, who drinks the milk from the breast of Yashoda, the concoction of an aksharam devoid of qualities situated within the body of Krishna must be considered as a result of blind faith. It has no bliss basis in proper reasoning or spiritual proof. Therefore, it is rejected. Okay. So now Krishna is telling what the devotees do. So he told that these jnanis who try for Brahman realization is very, very different. So Krishna is telling what the devotees do and what is my reciprocation. Etu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matpara ananyeva yogena mam dhyate upasate tesham aham samudrata mityu samsara sagarat bhavani nachirat partha mayi aveshita tetasam. Yes, read the translation.
But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death.
So there is a 13 point. While there is no reciprocation from the impersonal feature, आप पूरा impersonal feature को आप चाह रहे हो मैं worship करूं, लेकिन कोई reciprocation ही नहीं मिलता है आपको उनसे. There is a protection and swift deliverance from the personality of Krishna. Krishna says, I will deliver. And ye tu sarvani karmani. And you see here, Krishna is not telling you to stop your work. No, you can do your work. You give the results of your work to me. Ye tu sarvani karmani, whatever karma you are doing. Mai sanyasya mat parha. You give the results of your work to me and mat parha. You worship me. Ananyeva yogena, ananya bhakti, always me. Mam dhyayate upasate. You have to put your meditation on me. Tesham aham samudrata, उनके लिए मृत्यु संसार सागरात, इस मृत्यु सागर से मैं आपको पार करूंगा. ये चीज उनके लिए नहीं है. उनको मृत्यु सागर पार करना है तो उनको खुद से मेडिटेट करने को कोशिश करना है. They have to meditate on Lord. But here Lord is telling, I will come for my devotees. भवानी ना चिरात पार्था. और कितना टाइम लगेगा? ना चिरात पार्था, टाइम नहीं लगेगा मेरे को. So here in this verse, Krishna's love for his devotees is shown. How much Krishna loves his devotees. So during our lifetime, there are many people who reciprocate with us. Our chacha, uncle, tau, friends, they also reciprocate with us. But during death, only Krishna reciprocates. Death के समय सिर्फ एक ही पर्सन आपके साथ reciprocation करेगा, वो है कृष्णा. भवानी ना चिरात पार्था, मुझे टाइम नहीं लगेगा. क्यों? मई आवेशा चेतसाम, क्योंकि आपका मन मेरे में लगा है, तो आप टेंशन मत लीजिए. मैं आपको इस दुनिया से तर दूंगा, मुझे उसके लिए टाइम बिल्कुल नहीं लगेगा. मैं गरुड़ पे बैठ के आऊंगा. Srila Prabhupada purport is very, very amazing. Very nice purport of Srila Prabhupada. We'll end with this. It is explicitly stated. See Prabhupada क्या बोल रहे हैं? The clearly लिखा है that devotees are very fortunate to be delivered very soon from material existence by the Lord. In pure devotion service, one comes to realization that God is great and the individual soul is subordinate to him. His duty is to render service to the Lord, and if he does not, then he will render service to Maya. One should fix his mind fully on Krishna in order to achieve him. One should work only for Krishna. It does not matter in what kind of work one engages, but that work should be done only for Krishna. That is the standard of devotion service. A devotee does not desire any achievement other than pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His life mission is to please Krishna, and he can sacrifice everything for Krishna's satisfaction. So see, Prabhupada is giving the highest things in the philosophy, that the whole purpose of our existence is to please Krishna. Problem is हमारा ईगो बीच में आ जाता है, हम चाहते हैं कि हमें भी थोड़ी खुशी मिले. नहीं, वो तो प्योर डिवोशन सर्विस के पिक्चर में नहीं है. प्योर डिवोशन का एक ही चीज है, लाइफ मिशन इज टू प्लीज कृष्ण, and he can sacrifice everything for Krishna's satisfaction. And Prabhupada says our process is very simple. We chant the holy names of Lord. And now you see, Prabhupada is adding a very nice thing by saying the devotee does not need to wait to become experienced in order to transfer himself in the spiritual sky. क्यों बोल रहे हैं? बिकॉज वहां पर उसको बहुत एक्सपीरियंस लगता है, वो पूरा ट्राई करता है कि अपने दम पे वो करेगा, और फिर वो एक बार ब्रह्मन रियलाइज होता है, तब जाके सोचता है कि हाँ अब मैं रियलाइज हो सकता हूँ, अब मैं जा सकता हूँ स्पिरिचुअल स्काई में. नहीं, अ डिवोटी डज नॉट नीड टू वेट टू बिकम वेरी एक्सपीरियंस. वो भगवान की सेवा में लगा हुआ है. एंड देन लॉर्ड हिमसेल्फ है. सो यहाँ पर वराह पुराण का एक श्लोक है जिसमें लॉर्ड बताते हैं कि मैं गरुड़ पे सवार होके आऊंगा और उसको उठा लूंगा. सो प्रभात एनर्जी देते हैं एक चाइल्ड का, चाइल्ड हु इज कंप्लीटली केयर बाय हिज पेरेंट. Similarly, the Lord picks up the devotee from this material existence. One simply has to practice the easy process of Krishna consciousness and fully engage himself in devotional service. So Lord वो responsibility लेते हैं. Lord takes the responsibility as devotees to pick him up from this material world. So no gaps in devotional service. That is what is expected from us. No punctuation of sense gratification. No wetting of the consciousness. And Prabhupada says the process is very easily and happily done. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. A devotee of the Lord can accomplish the supreme destination easily and happily. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Okay. By Kevala Bhakti, that Vishwanath Chakravarti is mentioning. So यहाँ पर श्री विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर एक क्वेश्चन के फॉर्म में बताते हैं इसको. Still, what is the method by which they cross samsara? आपके डिवोटीज कैसे संसार को क्रॉस करते हैं? और श्री कृष्णा उनके तरफ गुस्से में थोड़ा बोलते हैं. There is no question about the method by which they cross samsara, because even without even having a method, I take them over it. तो अर्जुन पूछे मेथड बताओ आपके डिवोटीज कैसे क्रॉस करेंगे? कृष्णा बोलते हैं अरे मेथड को मारो गोली, भूल जाओ उसको, मैं आऊंगा उनके लिए. I quickly become their deviator from the ocean of samsara. Implied here is that Lord has affection for his devotees and not for the jnanis. Amazing. So Lord has a lot of affection for all of us. So, okay, so here we end. So that's what is Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti was telling, that Lord takes the responsibility for his devotees. So you आपने देखा होगा एक फोटो है जिसमें कृष्णा गरुड़ जी पे बैठे हुए हैं और एक डिवोटी है वो ओशन में लेटा हुआ है, ओशन में है, हाथ दे रहा है और कृष्णा उसको अपना हाथ दे रहे हैं. सो दिस इज श्लोका फ्रॉम वराह पुराण, वेयर Krishna says that I comes on the back of a Garuda and then picks you up and takes you to spiritual world. So responsibility of all devotees is taken by Supreme Lord. So we just have to keep doing our devotional service. That's it. Nothing else, nothing more we have to do. Then Lord will take us. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Any quick question devotees has? We'll go otherwise for Bhagavatam class.
Prabhuji, एक प्रश्न था.
Yes, someone.
लाइक प्रभुजी, मतलब यहाँ पे कृष्णा खुद को बोल रहे हैं, लाइक हम लोग तो मतलब राधा कृष्णा पे मेडिटेट करते हैं, तो डिफरेंस क्या है?
हाँ, तो एक ने पूछा था कि दिल्ली के जो टेम्पल है उसमें नाम है राधा पार्षार्थ है. तो महाराज से पूछा, महाराज ये कुरुक्षेत्र के मैदान में पार्षार्थी तो थे लेकिन राधा कहाँ थी? तो आपने इस मंदिर का नाम राधा पार्षार्थी क्यों रख दिया है? तो महाराज ने बहुत अच्छा दिया, बोले कि राधा रानी कृष्णा से कभी अलग नहीं हो सकती, तो राधा रानी इज ऑलवेज देयर इन द हार्ट ऑफ कृष्ण. तो शी इज ऑलवेज इन द एसोसिएशन ऑफ कृष्णा. सो जब जयपुर में वो डिबेट हुआ था कि राधा रानी को रखना है या नहीं रखना, और बलदेव विद्याभूषण वेंट देयर, सो बाकी लोग बोले अरे कृष्णा की वर्शिप तो हम शुरू से करते हुए आ रहे हैं, तो लेकिन राधा रानी का तो कहीं है ना नाम नहीं। तो श्रीला बलदेव विद्या भूषण भी उसी टाइम यही बताते हैं कि राधा रानी इज ऑलवेज देयर इन द हार्ट ऑफ कृष्णा। सिमिलरली हम उडुपी गए थे, तो वहां पर हम हिज ऑनेस्ट पेजामर स्वामी महाराज से मिले थे, जो उनके हेड थे वहां पर। तो हमने उनसे भी यही क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि महाराज आप लोग तो सिर्फ कृष्णा का वर्शिप कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर उडुपी कृष्ण, लेकिन राधा रानी का नहीं है। तो बोले कौन बोला राधा रानी नहीं है, कृष्णा के हार्ट में हमेशा राधा रानी रहती है। So there also he told us the same thing. So therefore we are meditating on Radha and Krishna. Shri Shri Radha Madhav ji. ठीक है अमन प्रो? श्री श्री राधा माधव जी। यस आकाश प्रो।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, थैंक यू प्रभु जी। प्रभु जी मेरा मतलब दो सवाल था। एक तो जो भगवान बोल रहे हैं कि ना चिराग पार था, उनको टाइम नहीं लगता, ये थोड़ा समझ में नहीं आया कि टाइम कैसे नहीं लगता है। और दूसरा ये है कि द डिवोटी डज नॉट नीड टू वेट टू बिकम वेरी एक्सपीरियंस इन ऑर्डर टू ट्रांसफर स्पिरिचुअल स्काई, इसका क्या अर्थ है?
पहले वाले का बहुत सिंपल है, लॉर्ड के टर्म्स में आपका जो 100 साल की जिंदगी है वो फ्लैश भी नहीं है, हैं? तो आपने जैसे ही डिवोशन सर्विस स्टार्ट किया, लॉर्ड इज देयर, लॉर्ड इज देयर टू डिलीवर यू, बिकॉज नाउ यू विल डेफिनेटली रीच परफेक्शन। हैं, आपने डिवोशन सर्विस स्टार्ट कर दिया है तो ब्रह्मा जी आरती का प्लेट बनाकर रेडी कर देते हैं कि ये आने वाला है, ये आकाशु आने वाले हैं। सो फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ इवन डेमीवर्ड्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से आपका ये 100 साल तो कुछ नहीं है। सो ना चिरात पार था, इट्स वेरी वेरी, so this is the first thing which we can learn, ना चिरात पार था। सेकेंडली लॉर्ड सेज कि ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरे को टाइम लगेगा आपको डिलीवर करने में। जैसे नारद मुनि के केस में अगर आपने पढ़ा है, नारद मुनि ही डाइज एंड क्विकली ही गेट्स अ स्पिरिचुअल बॉडी। इट्स नॉट लाइक कि अभी कृष्णा बोलेंगे ठीक है मैं प्रोसेस करता हूँ, तुम्हारा फाइल चेक करता हूँ, ये यस अब आता है तुमको मिलेगा स्पिरिचुअल बॉडी। नहीं, नारद मुनि इमीडिएटली ही गेट्स अ स्पिरिचुअल बॉडी, ना चिराग पार्थ। So this is the first thing. When Krishna says, "I will not take time to deliver you. Don't worry." And he does not need to be get experience. It's not that he has to experience कि मैं ब्राह्मण हूँ, आत्म साक्षात्कार उसको हुआ नहीं हुआ। आपने रियलाइज कर लिया क्या यू आर नॉट दिस बॉडी योर सोल? नहीं, हमने नहीं किया है। तो उस एक्सपीरियंस की उसको जरूरत नहीं है। इसीलिए तो उसने क्वेश्चन पूछा भगवत दर्शन या आत्मदर्शन। जो क्वेश्चन रामजाचार्य पूछते हैं कि आत्मदर्शन जरूरी है, मैं उसको पहले रियलाइज करूं, या डायरेक्टली मैं आपकी सेवा में लगूं भगवत दर्शन, इसमें से बेटर क्या है? सो लॉर्ड ने बोला भगवत दर्शन करो, यू सर्व मी। सो व्हेन वी सर्व द लॉर्ड, so self realization goes hand in hand with god realization. So you don't have to wait that once you will become a self realized soul, then you can go back to godhead। नहीं, जैसे प्रभुपाद बोलते थे ना कि लोग बोलते थे प्योरिटी इज द फोर्स, तो लोग बोलते थे प्रभु जी हम तो अभी प्योर नहीं हुए हैं, तो हम प्रचार कैसे कर सकते हैं? प्रभुपाद बोले यू स्टार्ट प्रीचिंग, यू विल गेट प्योर, नो वरी। जितना प्योरिटी का आपका है उतने मात्रा में हम प्रचार करेंगे। तो कुछ कुछ डिवोटीज ने तो इसलिए गोष्ठानंदी, और एक और क्या होता है गोष्ठानंदी, भजनानंदी, हाँ भजनानंदी। सो भजनानंदी इज लाइक दैट, वो बोलता है कि पहले मैं प्यूरिफाई हो जाऊंगा, इतना भजन करूंगा, वो करूंगा। प्रभुपाद बोले ये बेकार है। आप गोष्ठानंदी, वी आर गोष्ठानंदी, विल प्रीच एंड द प्रोसेस विल गेट प्यूरिफाइड। So we don't need to realize that one day will become pure, one day will become Atma, will get to know। वो कब आएगा पता नहीं, वो realization आएगा नहीं आएगा पता नहीं। But we know we have to serve Lord। हमको इतना पता है। Our body, mind and soul words। See, सन्यासी they also take a stick। अब सन्यासी लेवल पे ये अज्यूम किया जाता है कि दे आर ब्राह्मण, दे आर ऑन ब्राह्मण प्लेटफॉर्म। जय शंकराचार्य में कि हम शरीर नहीं है, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि। लेकिन हमारे वैदिक संस्कृति में देखो ऐसा नहीं है। हमारे गौड़ीय वैष्णविज्म में वो बॉडी माइंड, माइंड बॉडी वर्ड्स, ये तीनों का यूज कर रहे हैं भगवान की सेवा में। दैट व्हाट द डंडा रिप्रेजेंट्स ना, द डंडा रिप्रेजेंट्स दैट आई एम यूजिंग माई वर्ड्स, यूजिंग माई माइंड, यूजिंग माई बॉडी इन द सर्विस ऑफ कृष्णा। So that is more important in Gaudiya Vaishnava, in our Vaishnava tradition, that we are engaging everything which is given by Krishna in service of Krishna। Clear Akash?
हाँ यस प्रभु, थैंक यू प्रभु जी। मतलब सिंपल सा है, प्रभुपाद जी ने जो बोला है वो करते रहे, इसकी चिंता नहीं करनी है कि रियलाइज होंगे कि नहीं होंगे, जाएंगे कि नहीं जाएंगे। वो भगवान
Correct.
के और प्रभुपाद
वो
Yes.
वो भगवान की टेंशन है, हमारी टेंशन नहीं है। वो भगवान
Yes.
की टेंशन है भैया, भगवान आप देख लेना, हम तो आपकी भक्ति कर रहे हैं। आपने ही बोला है स्क्रिप्चर्स में आप आओगे, ठीक है। ठीक है, यस आशीष फ्लो, लास्ट क्वेश्चन विल टेक आशीष।
हरे कृष्णा गुरु जी, क्वेश्चन ये था लाइक ब्रह्मन की एक क्वालिटी है अक्षरम, जिसमें जिसका मतलब है कि इट इज बियॉन्ड द परसेप्शन ऑफ द सेंसेस। और लॉर्ड
करेक्ट
का भी हम एक क्वालिटी सुनते हैं दैट ही इज अधोक्षज, उसका
करेक्ट
भी लाइक ऐसा ही सिमिलर मीनिंग है। तो इसमें
करेक्ट
प्रभु जी देयर इज लाइक सम डिफरेंस ऑफ लाइक, इसका थोड़ा सा प्रोजेक्ट अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्लियर नहीं होता।
correct. When aksharam and adokshas, they have a similar meaning. We use the word adokshaj more often than aksharam. They use Mayavadis, they use this word aksharam very often to prove that Lord is like impersonal. So when we talk about adokshaj, then Rup Goswami has given a very nice verse to explain the word adokshaj. He says that how it start? नहीं ग्राह्यम इंद्रिया,
अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि
अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि न भवेस ग्राह्यम इंद्रिया सेवन मुखे ही जियादो स्वयं एव स्मृति अधा. So in that respect, he is giving the word adokshaj. Ki using this material senses, we cannot perceive the spiritual form of the Lord. It's not possible to perceive the spiritual. He is beyond the material senses. So in that sense, his word adokshaj is used. He has a spiritual sense, but the material sense is not able to perceive those spiritual senses, spiritual form of the Lord. And therefore, Lord has to take the form of Archa Vigraha, that is the incarnation, so that a material vision can perceive the form of the Lord. Adhokshaj. Adha akshaja, जो सेंसेस को दबा के जिनका फॉर्म है, मतलब सेंसेस से परसीव नहीं होते हैं. अतः श्री कृष्ण नाम आदि ना भवे ब्रह्म इंद्रिया सेवन मुखे जीवाद स्वयं एव स्फुरति. When the Lord will reveal himself, then one will be able to see, experience that spiritual form. Clear? So in the next shloka, next session which we'll be talking about this question as well. Krishna will be telling about this, that how to perceive him. So there are two things. One is called a spiritual activity, and spiritual by constitution and spiritual by utilization. Spiritual by utilization. जैसे होली नेम है, वो फुल्ली स्पिरिचुअल है, फुल्ली स्पिरिचुअल है. लेकिन जैसे अभी हम क्या बोले, क्लीनिंग कर रहे हैं या हम प्रेजेंटेशन जाके दे रहे हैं, जैसे ये प्रेजेंटेशन हम दे रहे हैं, सो वी हैव स्पिरिचुअलाइज्ड इट, क्योंकि हम अभी भगवान के लिए बोल रहे हैं. बाकी लोग इसको कर्मी लोग प्रेजेंटेशन देते हैं अलग अलग चीजों के लिए, लेकिन हम यहाँ पर उस एक्टिविटी को कृष्णा के लिए यूज करके उसको स्पिरिचुअलाइज बना रहे हैं. तो बाय कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ये स्पिरिचुअल नहीं है. जैसे ये लैपटॉप, ये मैटर है, बाय कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ये स्पिरिचुअल नहीं है, ये मैटर है. लेकिन बाय यूटिलाइजेशन इट हैज टर्न इनटू स्पिरिट. जैसे प्रभुपाद एग्जांपल दिया करते थे रॉड का, आयरन रॉड. आयरन रॉड व्हेन पुट इन फायर इट बिकम्स फायरी, सो इट हैज नाउ टेकन द क्वालिटी ऑफ फायर. लेकिन अगर इसको आप बाहर निकाल के लेके आओगे, वो ठंडा होगा, वापस वो आयरन रॉड बन जाएगा. तो उसका कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वाइज वो आयरन ही है. तो होली नेम हो गया, और तो ये सब है जो प्योर स्पिरिचुअल है. और ये एक्टिविटीज जो हम करते हैं वो बाय कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन स्पिरिचुअल हो जाता है, जिससे लॉर्ड रिवील करते हैं हमको इनसे. थोड़ा सा समझ में आया आपको आयुष को?
यस प्रभु।
आशीष को? ओके ओके, सो थैंक यू सो मच. हरे कृष्णा. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम में हम पढ़ेंगे जिसमें भगवान अलग अलग लेवल बताएंगे भक्ति के. तो उसमें से एक लेवल ये भी आएगा जो मैं अभी बता रहा हूँ, इसको नेक्स्ट टाइम पे हम और डिस्कस करेंगे, कहाँ पर जिससे कि हम भक्ति के एक्टिविटीज को करके भक्ति में आगे बढ़ सकते हैं, भले ही हमारा रिमेम्बरेंस कृष्णा को नहीं हो रहा है. तो कृष्णा सेज अबाउट दैट वर्ड्स आल्सो. ओके, हरे कृष्णा. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.